What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Independent Living, where we talk with some of the dopest up-and-coming independent artists, explore their business, how they're moving. And I just came across this young cat recently, LaReezy. What's going on?
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
Man, everything's good. I'm appreciative that you responded so quickly. I just came across your music last week, and then you just told me that Welcome to LaReezyaynna actually came out on Two Law, so that's even more exciting. Obviously, Two Law is where I work and who sponsors this podcast. But how are you feeling in this moment, just releasing a project that's pretty dope? I was listening to it this morning.
I appreciate it. I'm just feeling free. I feel like I'm floating right now. I'm just grateful that people are hearing the music. I got like 30,000 streams on Spotify in like 3 days or something like that. So that's, can't even fathom that. I'm just making these songs in my room. So yeah, I'm just grateful. Gotta give glory to God.
I mean, you hear the accent, obviously from the South, New Orleans, you said.
Yes, sir.
And just the title of the project, Welcome to LaReezyaynna, obviously you telling your story. Do the numbers, how do you think about numbers and metrics? I know independent artists can get too focused on and caught up on numbers. How do you approach like all the stats and numbers around music and social media?
I don't really get too much into it because it's like not in my control. Like I can't control what goes viral or what doesn't. Like all I can do is just make the best art I can make and just put it out there and just keep moving on. Like I can't even stay too in it because, I done had a few moments that went and I tried to remake that moment because that dopamine of getting all this engagement, but it's really like make the art, put it out and keep moving, as time goes on, some things will go, some things will just stay the same and it's all good at the end of the day. So
yeah, so I kind of agree with you, but like you can't predict it and you shouldn't focus on it too much to the point where you reach stagnation and you're not doing what you need to do. But like even that trolley video that I saw that caught my attention, like that was a great piece of content for a number of different reasons. And it didn't go super viral, but it has more traction on it than a lot of your other posts, right?
I knew that I was gonna do that because I had another video that I did a year ago. I was rapping over a Dilla beat on a streetcar hanging out and it got like 3 million views or something. So I was like, I had made the song, but not with the intention to do the video. And I was like, I want to just redo the video, but not to like go viral. Just like, I just want to make this moment. Like, I just want to control this moment because I didn't control the first one. I just want to control it. I want to bring more of my character, my lifestyle. So that's why my friends are hanging out the back in colorful outfits because that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what LaReezyaynna is. So that one was like, I knew people was going to like it, but because it's great. I feel like everything is going to do great. So it's like when something does happen, I'm not surprised. It's like, no, I put intention into everything. So I'm never like, how did that happen? Because it's all intention. It's all done at the highest level we could possibly do in the moment,
Your partners are a big part of the aesthetic and what you're doing. I see most videos, you're surrounded by your team. I don't know what role everybody plays. And sometimes I feel like artists are surrounded by friends and they don't really know what to do when they're on camera. It seems like the guys you have know how to show up on camera. Are you directing them? Is that their natural personality? Like, how do you guys show up, as confident as you do?
It varies with different people. Like if I put someone on camera, it's because they're always on camera in their own world. So I'm not like bringing someone that, like I wouldn't put someone in the video that don't post themselves, because it's like, that's just not my circle kind of, but it's like the people that are incorporating videos because they have some type of swag appeal. They're confident in the way they look. So I don't really have to like do anything. Like they just kind of know, it's just natural. They be in themselves. So
Gotcha. Are they artists themselves or do they do other things like streaming and podcasts? Like, do they do other creative stuff as well?
everyone do a bit of something. My best friend, the one that's screaming in the trolley jeans with the green jacket, he a photographer. The person behind him make clothes. In my video, I look good. Somebody a photographer model, somebody a dancer, somebody make sculptures out of metal. Everyone just do something. It's hard to pinpoint. We all do something,
Now, are you guys like a crew? Do you guys have a name or is it just a collective of creative folks that all support each other as you're on your journeys?
Yeah, it just be like people that's doing their thing, people that's representing who they are in New Orleans. I just be like, we all mutually cool because, we all like creative, but it's never like a group thing. It's just like, you want to be in the video? Like, I want you in it, like, because to me, it's like, I am in a sense, like of the creative young people, I would kind of be like on the front line, like with just like the most eyes, I guess. So I just want to represent, like, I want to put all this on the front line. So that's really what it is. And it just be fun.
Let's just say December this year rolls around. How would you describe a successful year? Like, what do you want to see happen this year?
250,000 followers. LaRussell challenged me to get that many followers. And I want to make like 50,000 off my music, $50,000 off being independent. And I just want to put more music out. Like, I don't want to, like, I just want to have more catalog, like not like too much, but I just want to have more. I want to, every artist got to have that year or like that moment when they was hustling, dropping mixtapes, dropping EPs. Like, I still need to hustle. Like, I still have that hunger. Like, people still need to know what I'm about. I still need to keep displaying my talent, displaying my hunger for this music, for this rap, for this responsibility to be the number one, so yeah, more catalog. For real, that's what it is for me, more content.
So where did you meet LaRussell?
Social media. He just kept seeing me on social media. Tieta kept seeing me. I was cool with Malachi. And then he hit me up. He was like, come to Vallejo. And I was like, okay. And I was in Vallejo and I got to learn. I was just under his wing. And yeah, I was just learning. I was just absorbing the information, the culture, the energy. And it was that trip gave me so much inspiration. I made the Welcome to LaReezyaynna project. Like, I was so inspired. I was like, I just need to work. And then I made the mixtape after when I got home. And that was kind of like seeing him represent his culture made me like, I want to do that. And then.
So he gave you the challenge of 250,000 followers by the end of the year. His operation is pretty structured. He posts a lot every single day, 4 or 5 posts every single day. So for him, there's a structure to what he's doing, and you're seeing the benefits of that and the success that he's having. So now that you have 250,000 as like the mark, what do we do to get there? Like, what's the plan? Like, from a social media perspective, do you plan on posting a certain amount of times a day? Like, is there a plan yet? Like, how are we gonna get to 250,000 if that's the goal? I
mean, it's always like everything has a plan. Like, nothing is accidental. Like, one post doesn't come out for me until everything is done, until the music, the videos, every video that's coming out now has been thought of in January. Even the post going out today, so it's all planned. It's music videos, it's interviews, it's just being a human. It's the process of the song. It's hard to kind of say because it's kind of just everything. Like, it's just work. It's really just work and consistency. But in the more technical sense, it's like visualizers, behind the scenes, talking videos, stories, replying. I try to reply to like at least 10 people that text me a day. 10 people text me a day in 30 days. How many people? 300? If you multiply that in a year, that's me personally texting 3,600 in a year. Like, the work, it still require work. Like, you want to be number one, you gotta, so I'm not opposed to it. So this thing is working and just displaying myself in many forms, speaking, knowledge, music, interviews, whatever it may be,
So you have this project, Welcome to LaReezyaynna. What made you want to do this project and present this body of work? Because a lot of people have opted to just continue to put out singles, but obviously you felt it was important to package this project and put it out. Like, what was kind of the thinking behind that?
It's really hard for me to work in like releasing singles. I work in projects because I always have a main idea I'm trying to get across. So it's kind of hard for me to just make singles already. Because I always have like, it got to tie into something. It got to make sense. It can't just be like whimsical and like just random. Like, all has to make sense and connect to something. So I really think that's it. I just love body of works. I love mixtapes. I love albums. That's all I listen to. Like, I don't really listen to playlists. I don't even listen to the song, like my playlist. I just listen to projects because it's a moment in time. With projects, it's a full experience, and sometimes I listen intentionally, sometimes passively. But for me, I really just love projects, and I just like, I want to be the project artist. I want to be the Kendrick that only has 6 body of work. Still, do features and guest appearances and put some singles out, but I want my projects to live and carry the weight.
Did you talk to LaRussell about making some music? Do you guys got some music on the way?
Oh yeah, he just dropped the song that we did called Black Boy Fly on his 2 weeks ago. It was his last project, not his 2 projects ago. So I think it was his 38 project, 37. Black Boy Florida is the name. So shout out LaRussell.
Dope. Okay, I didn't know that. I can't keep up. He releases so much music. I can't keep up with all the music that he dropped.
Guys,
He got
man.
a different method that's working for him. It's a lot of music. Sorry, so you just released a project. What's the plan for if you were just the direct person to one song, what do you think is the most special song on the project?
Have Mercy. I think that's my best storytelling to date. And you kind of get a picture of where my thought process is with the world. Because I'm talking about a personal experience, but the way I react to it is how you can understand how I think in all these occurrences. So I would say Have Mercy, I Look Good, I don't even know, man. All the songs, like any song someone lands on would give the best representation of where I'm at and who I am, like, so I don't even know, honestly, like, I don't know, man.
The trolley joint is definitely one that stands out to me. And again, I didn't give it a thorough listen, but another one that stood out to me was Hungry Flows. I thought that was pretty dope. You definitely have a throwback vibe. I could tell that some of your inspirations are older school cats. Like, who are some of the inspirations behind rapping? Who did you listen to at a very young age? You're young now, but who did you come up listening to?
I really do not, like, sometimes when people be like, this reminds me of this, I've never heard who they talking about. Like, I don't know a lot of old school stuff. Like, I did not grow up listening to, like, Outkast. Maybe, like, passively my mom played it, but I was listening to Drake, Lil Wayne, the SoundCloud era of Lil Pump, Ugly God, Trill Sammy, Famous Dex, NBA Youngboy Rock. Like, I don't even listen to, like, like the idea of old school rap, I guess. Like, I don't listen to it. Like, I'm just listening to, like, I mean, I listen to Kanye and some of Outkast, but I don't really consider that as, like, old school rap. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, my inspiration was just like, I guess I just listened to, like, whatever was kind of in my environment. Like, I listened to a lot of NBA Youngboy in my teenage years, Rod Wave.
No, that's interesting because I definitely would have guessed, because you have a very like boom bap-ish style. It sounds like it's very sample heavy. I don't know if they're actual samples, but it sounds like very sample heavy in the production. So you would think that, the Wayne and some of those other cats that you mentioned, I can understand, but I would have thought there would have been, maybe you just soaked it up, like you said, unknowingly. Maybe moms was playing in the car or you heard stuff in stores, stuff like that. You just soaked it up and unknowingly kind of, had a certain effect on your art. I don't know. You definitely have a style that not too many young people today that I think embrace. I think, the styles and trends have it in other directions, but I think it's dope what you're doing. So what does your team look like? Like, is it just you or what would you consider like a team? Do you have a manager? Do you have like a more formal team?
It's kind of like, my mom checks my emails. She sets up meetings. My dad sometimes hops on calls. My auntie is my accountant. My other auntie is my attorney. My best friend is my photographer. A good friend of mine is my videographer. Another good friend of mine plays like a manager role with marketing and stuff. It kind of is all over the place. I don't even know what a structured team would be. It's just a family business,
Nah, it's super cool. You got the whole family involved. So your parents are on board with you pursuing music. There's no arguments or back and forth there. They're on board with how you rocking right now.
Oh yeah, definitely on board. I've been doing it for 6 years, so it's kind of like it's like, but yeah, they've been on board since day one. When I wanted to go to college, when I didn't want to go to college, it was a bit of, some back and forth, but my drive and my passion didn't go unnoticed. So with that, it was like, oh, he really is passionate, and they just let me fly. So shout out them.
Because sometimes you hear those stories, or even if the moms and even if the parents are cool with it, like they have to see something by a certain date, or you got to go back to school. Is there any deal like that in place with your parents? Like, hey, if we don't see this, and this by the end of, in 2 years, then you're going to have to go back to school. Anything like that?
Nah, I mean, for me, it was like, because I always been growing. So it's kind of like I'm doing it. It's like I'm getting views. People are coming up to the shows. People are calling my parents like, oh, your son is this. Like, I am getting label calls. So it's kind of like, oh, it's working, So now there's no restrictions, none of that. They just want to see their kid flourish. So
you are getting label interest. What is are you interested in signing a deal? Are you interested in having these conversations? Do you want to wait? Like, where do you stand with that?
Right now, I'm not gonna say I don't want to, but I think right now I'm just focusing on building my structure and understanding what my thing is, what my audience enjoys, what are my supporters like. I just want to know my structure because it gives me the most confidence in any situation. If that's with a brand deal, if that's with a label, I need to know my stuff first. I want to build it first instead of like someone just building it for me, because I didn't been making music for 6 years. I didn't build what I built for 6 years. Is like I could do another year of building more, and then seven year we could do something, So I think that's what it is for me right now. But of course, eventually, I want to get the message out to the entire world. If that's what it takes, then let's do it.
So you had a conversation with LaRussell. You told me earlier that Manny Fresh just followed you. What's the coolest thing that's happened so far as an independent artist on this journey?
I would say it's putting the song out. I think that really goes unnoticed. Like the beauty of going through a life experience and creating sound from silence and putting it out, and someone listens to it and likes it and then buys something from you is like the greatest reward. Like that's a God-given gift, honestly, and for me to have experienced that with thousands of people, it's kind of like surreal sometimes, because it's just like, to me, I'm just in my room, making songs, and like it's going out there to people. So I would say that probably would be it. The making of, that's the cool part.
What's the scene like currently in New Orleans for independent artists? Obviously, it has a rich history, No Limit, Cash Money. Well, what's the current vibe in the scene, independent music like in New Orleans?
We building. I would say we building. We have a lot of talent out here. A lot of people are very smart, but it just takes someone to crack through. That's me right now. So I would say I think the crack through is to get more resources and more knowledge and more of a reference. We don't really have a reference for anything in our time right now. So I could just be the reference for the kids after me.
So is there anybody in New Orleans, like a younger cat that's really popping right now, like independently? Is there anybody kind of doing their thing? Off top, I can't name anybody, but
there's different world of popping, you know what I'm saying? Like of music, like in my world, I feel like I don't think it would really be any, but they still have like the more, harder trap music. They have people, Rifle 9 and Nino Calvin, Treaty, YD the Illest, Top Notch. I'm probably forgetting a few people, but they still, it's different worlds of rap. You know what I'm saying? So probably in the more trap, they got the bounce scene with Sub Tweet Sean, TZ, 504 Icy Girl. Yeah, some people, they have people doing their thing, but it's different worlds. I feel like in like my world of more, I wouldn't say artistic to like say their art is artistic, but just in my world of music, I don't think it's really, anyone. I'm sure there is. Maybe it's just someone I don't know.
Collaborative city, or is there a lot of infighting and jealous? I mean, you can find that anywhere, but like, would you describe it as a more collaborative city outside of your crew?
I don't know, because it's not built necessarily to be collaborative. It's not like we have a million studios out here. It's not like it's a bunch of music circulating to the world that makes us want to keep doing things together. We kind of all like in our own world building and trying to figure it out at the same time. And I feel like we collaborate most on performances and like stuff like that. New Orleans is a small city as well. So if I were to think about artists, like rappers that's doing something different, I probably could name, like, it'd probably be like 15 rappers I could name. That's pretty small. If you think about New York or Atlanta, like you can't even name all the people. So I could name probably like all the people. I don't think it's jealousy or envy. At least to me, I don't get no jealousy or envy. But yeah, I think we kind of all figuring out ourselves. And you gotta think we don't have like bigger ups people who like, we gonna make this space for y'all. I'm sure there's like a handful, but not like it's systems in place for us to like go to, and we go to have this outlet. Like we really all in like our mom's house. So it's like everyone not inviting everyone to our mom's house. Cause like, we don't really, so we really in our own world, but I think it's all a mutual respect though,
If you could just snap your fingers and get a feature from somebody right now, who would you want it from?
I be having these answers. Like I could just tell you Kendrick Lamar, right? But then it's like, I want to do the song with Kendrick Lamar when I'm at the level to best perform. You know what I'm saying? And when that happens, if like right now I'm not at the best level, I wouldn't want it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I would want it when I'm supposed to have it, when I've earned it, you know? So if that was the case though, Kendrick, Tyler, Lil Wayne.
Go down notches. What's an artist that you feel is almost within reach that I might know, or even if I don't know them, like, because the thing about independent music these days is so fragmented. There's so many different artists doing amazing things. So you might say a few names I had never heard of. I'll do my research. But what's an artist that you feel like you're close to, reaching out soon that you'd like to work with?
I want to do something with like, I like navy blue. I rock with navy blue. I don't really be like thinking like what's a rapper like I want to get on like my stuff. I don't know. Like I kind of just be in my world. Like, but I say navy blue. I rock with navy blue. I rock with anyone. You know, they got like underground. They got Colin. They got J Buds, Perry Mason, the Tajay, Travis Spitter. I'm probably forgetting some people. Samara Sin.
There's a lot of artists out there. If there was one thing that you think you need right now, what do you think you need in order to kind of get to that next level?
Just time. I just need to keep waking up in the morning, you know? That's all I need. Cause like it's nothing that I feel like I don't have, you know? It's nothing I feel like I'm without. I feel like I have all the tools I'm supposed to have right now. And that keeps me excited because of course there's things I don't know, and that keeps me still learning. Like I still want to learn, okay, what is my audience like on TikTok? Maybe they don't like videos when I'm recording a selfie. Maybe they like videos from the back camera. So, okay, I want to learn more about that. Or maybe, so it's not like a specific something I feel like I need because it's a whole growth as a person that requires you. It's a whole growth as a person you have to be to attain the next tool to take you to the next level. I could give all the knowledge to someone right now who just started and it wouldn't necessarily do something. It's who they are as a person that has to receive the information.
What does a day in LaReezyaynna look like? You wake up, what's the normal day look like for you?
I get up, I walk around outside. I love being outside. The weather is amazing here. I probably ride my bike. I work out. I'm listening to The Secret, the book, or I'm listening to like Rick Rubin, or just some music, or just the birds chirping. I'm working on music if I'm not in rollout mode. So this week I kind of been in rollout mode, so I've been more so working on more content and like posting and being on my phone more. But if I'm not doing that, then around 12 I might eat some food. But for like 4 hours straight is music. Like I have to give myself like 4 hours every day to just create. So that leaves me around 3 p.m. sometimes. I talk with my girlfriend. I gotta, it's my duty, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk with my lady. I might call my peoples, my friends, watch some YouTube. Then I get back into content or making some posts, making sure like everything that's coming up is in line. And then I make more music, so, or I'm learning. If I'm not making music, I'm studying. I'm watching Kendrick Lamar performance, watching Tyler interviews. I'm researching about an album from, I'm learning the breakdown of Mad Villain. I'm reading, like I'm studying. If I'm not creating or studying, I'm just talking with myself, talking with God. I'm outside eating a snowball.
We'll go ahead and wrap this up, man. Maybe one more question. What do you want people to know about your story? When it's all said and done, when you put music out, what's kind of the top message that you want to get out to the world?
I kind of realize it changes over time. I think right now, when I say welcome to LaReezyayna, it's not only like a physical thing, but it's step into my mind because my mind is I would think ideally could be a great mind to follow. I don't take anything as a negative. Nothing is an accident. Nothing is a challenge. It's all an opportunity. Nothing is bad. Everything is divine timing. We're in control of our reality. I think it would probably just have to be something like utilizing your time and having perspective. That's where I'm at right now. It's just perspective. Perspective is everything. Like I had a flat tire on my car and I could have been like, the devil trying to get me. Or I could be like, maybe God wanted me to be patient because if I was driving too fast, I could have gotten a wreck. That perspective changes your entire reality. Those thoughts. Nothing that happens is an accident. Everything that comes your way is divine timing, is for your journey. That's what welcome to LaReezyayna means,
Nah, I like that, man. I think that's powerful. And I think that's a message that a lot of people need to hear today. Shit, that's a message I could probably use at this moment. As you get older, you have a lot more responsibility. A lot more negative things happen, or a lot of bad news typically comes your way. So you have to be able to kind of, just ride the ups and downs of life. Well, dope, man. We'll wrap up this conversation. It's been a cool one. Where can people find you, and then what can people look to seeing next from you?
You can find me at LaReezy, LaReezy. Next, I'm dropping another project in June with PJ Morton. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce that, but I don't think he'll be mad. But in June, I got another project releasing, and then after that, I might drop again in September, October, another project. Just expect more music. That's it. More music, more messages, more powerful energy.
Dope. Well, this has been another episode of Independent Living, brought to you by Two Loss, my guy LaReezy. Looking forward to hearing much more music from you, man. Definitely a great conversation. And we out.
Appreciate you, man.